Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman, W4CY Radio here at Welcome to Rockville, and I'm here with
Maximilian
and Anastasia.
We're the Haunts.
Nice. You're haunting Daytona now.
Yes, we are.
So we were just talking about that back in October. Actually, you know what? I was at your show. I forgot.
Really?
I was, because I got press pass to go there, so I was at your show.
Okay, awesome.
Now we're talking about that. Okay, so for listeners, you don't know what I'm talking about, but they performed in October at my favorite venue in South Florida, Respectable Street, right near our studio.
Yeah.
And, you know, all these festivals and gigs like swirl around my head.
That was a chaotic night, too. It was Halloween.
It was
Right?
Halloween. Yeah. There was so much going on, yeah.
Exactly, but I love seeing bands in that environment compared to this environment.
Okay, I can understand that. Intimate, yeah.
Yeah, and I think kind of, even though you have less space, sometimes you're more yourself in that environment. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's something to be said about like a headline show, because we played an hour and 15 that night, and we set up our full everything that we would do and played every song we wanted to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's our fan base, so we know what to expect. This is a little more nerve-wracking. This is our first Rockville ever.
Yeah.
So we're a little nervous, but we're excited to be here.
You're going to kill it, though.
Thank you so much. And we're super excited to be here, and we just did a whole run where we did, a 30-minute set. So we're feeling pretty brushed up on the energy of it and stuff like that. Because in a headliner, you have ups and downs, different moments and stuff like that. And our mentality for a 30-minute set is all gas. All gas, no brakes.
Entire time.
Nice. And so we're here at Welcome to Rockville. You've played Louder Than Life. Have you played the other Danny Wimmer festivals yet?
This is our second one.
So just walking in, like just from the get-go, what's the vibe do you hear compared to Louder Than Life?
I mean, I have to say the environment is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we've never been to the racetrack, so just like seeing it.
Being on the speedway like this is really, really cool.
Very cool.
And the vibe is just like, the weather's great, the vibe is great, and it's also just very cool to be at such a huge event, and it's also a huge event in our home state. So it feels like kind of like a backyard show too, You
know what's fun for me is I only had to drive 3 hours to get here.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I could go home.
After, exactly.
Like right after, okay, I'm going home, man. I don't want to do the road life right now. I'm at home.
Yeah, us too. We just got back from 3 months straight on the road, so it'd be nice to do this show and then just go straight home after.
This is a great way to end that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Because it sucks if you're at the end of the tour and you're far away and then you first have to get home and it could be like days.
It's brutal. Yeah.
So
a lot of tours for us ended in California, so it ends up being a pretty brutal way back,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
See all the colored seats?
Yes.
What does that mean? Or why is it there?
I have a guess.
We had a guess when we were driving over, but actually I want to maybe make another one.
You want to think about it?
Give me what the first guess was, because usually that's what's right, and then give me the second guess.
My first guess was that it's to make it look like it's full even when it's not.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's the second guess?
I don't even know if I really have one. It might be something.
Stick with your first guess.
Related.
Stick with your first guess.
It's my.
Well, it's that.
So he won that one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we said it. Yeah, we said it on the way here. We were like, that must be the reason.
Because when we were driving up, it looked like there was like an arena full of people.
Right.
It's crazy.
Exactly. Right.
It's so cool.
It looked like we people.
Even
the black and white check, like the racing flag too, is very cool.
Yeah, and even the drivers. Like, I was interviewing a NASCAR driver yesterday, and he said basically, like, okay, so think about it. You're going to a basketball game. There's only like 20,000 people.
Yeah.
If you only put 20,000 people in here, it would look empty.
Right. Such a big
NASCAR
venue.
Drivers here?
There was Juan Suarez.
Oh, sick.
I don't know if he's here today, but...
Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool to talk to a NASCAR driver, too. Like,
right.
I'm sure you can understand as an artist switching gears. You know, it's
100%.
like it was kind of exciting when I got to interview him, like, you know, because you're always doing music interviews, and this is something different, like, and it isn't even my specialty, so it's like it's kind of exciting. It's like learning a new riff.
Right. I like that too. Like when we're doing, you know, even when we're on the road and stuff, if it's football season or something, like that's my big sport that I care about, and when it's something that like it just lets you change gears for a little bit, care about something else, and you know, root for something else for a minute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, have you heard much about Welcome to Rockville from like other artists or other?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to go. Like, growing up and everything, but we just never
made it up. Yeah.
Nice. Well, here you are. Now you're going to perform.
This is an amazing first way to come.
Right.
That was for Louder too. Our first time ever doing it was just playing it, which was so cool.
So you can now say that you haunted the Daytona International Speedway.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We're excited to.
And so, if you were going to die at the Speedway, what would be your favorite way to die? You didn't even expect that. I thought it would be obvious the minute I said that.
Well, then love.
Yeah. I would say...
I'm not going to name a real way to die right now.
Well, I'll say...
Especially not
in the
while
pit,
you're performing.
I'll say in the pit,
raging to our
at
set.
the garage stage at 3:45, raging to our set.
And really, they're one and the same. That's for love.
It is for love.
There it is. I love that. I'll tell you what. Are you doing any other Wimmer festivals this year? And there's a reason for my asking this.
No, not this year.
Okay, I'm going to put out to Danny that he needs to put you on incarceration. Because how could you not have the haunt at a haunted prison?
LD was just talking about it too, saying like it's so sick. The like grounds and everything, and we've never been, so
we also have 2 music videos in abandoned prisons, so I feel like it is something that we need to do. We need to get in there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what's cool about it is, well, there's a lot cool about it. For me, what was cool is, you know, my daughter, she always asked me every festival, so Dad, you excited to go to this festival? And you would understand this. It's like, I love doing it. I don't know if excited's the word you would use when you're doing it every single week, type of thing. Yeah. But then the first time I went to Shawshank, I called her from the prison yard at Shawshank, and I'm like, now I'm excited. I'm calling you from the prison yard of Shawshank.
It's so crazy.
And I took pictures in the cells and pretending to sit on the toilet in the cell.
Right, they let like the bands and stuff do like the little tour of it, right?
Yeah. There's a tour, and then you have tattooing there.
So cool.
And then they have...
a big part of it is the tattoo part of it.
And this will be your favorite. They actually do have like a haunted house thing in the basement.
Oh, so cool.
So you don't even know when you're getting scared during that haunted thing, whether it's the actors or a real haunt.
Right.
Because it is haunted. You know Waylon Revis, right? From A Killer's Confession and Mushroomhead?
Okay. Yeah.
So I interviewed him once at incarceration, and he did a video, there's a torture room in the prison. He did a video there, and he said he came out, and his whole chest was all scratched up and bloody.
Really? Crazy.
Trip, right?
Crazy. Yeah.
And then, you know, the famous Johnny Cash performing at Folsom Prison, and, well, you know, there's a new prison next door. And sometimes the inmates are out in the yard during the festival, so you guys could be playing to inmates just like Johnny Cash.
There you go.
That's insane.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just putting that out there, Danny, that's the next Wimmer festival he needs to put you on.
So ready.
Yeah, we're ready. So whenever he wants us, we'll be there.
So speaking of dying, tell me about the new song.
Well, we're super excited about the new single. It's a second single from our upcoming record, which is called Ghost. That was also the title of the first single, which was the song that we did with John Feldman. We did half the record with John Feldman and half the record with Kevin Thrasher, who did the last record.
That's cool.
And we're super, super excited about it. We're just kind of wrapped everything up, and all the songs, like, we couldn't be more hyped with how everything ended up. So, yeah, we can't wait for more tracks to come out and everybody to get to hear these songs.
How do you think the album's better by having, almost like 2 personalities in the album? But
it's interesting because you'd think that it would make something that's physically feels different, but I think when you when we're in the studio, we write a specific way and we push for specific sounds and stuff. And though I think that there's ways that you can probably tell the differences between the stuff that we did with Kevin and the stuff that we did with Feldman, because they both have different production flair that they would throw on it. But at the end of the day, I think everything on it, and we were kind of worried about this in the beginning too, but at the end of the day, I feel like everything really came away sounding like haunt songs at the end of the day, which is the most important thing.
That's all that counts.
We're so excited about how everything turned out. So
nice. Anything else you need to let the listeners know that we haven't talked about that's coming up here in 2026?
Be on the lookout for the album. It's coming later this year, and we're about to announce some tours and things like that, so everybody follow us at We Are The Haunt on Instagram.
Yeah, stay up to date.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I love it. I love you guys, and man, it's so cool you're here at the Daytona International Speedway. Welcome to Rockville, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Very cool to us, too, and thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.